We have already administered close to 50 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines, including 23 million complete doses. I am also pleased to inform you that in Metro Manila, almost 77% or more than 7.5 individuals are fully vaccinated. The challenge is now to further speed up our vaccination rollout, especially in the provinces, in the key cities and municipalities, to achieve our target of at least 50% of the country's target population by the end of the year. We are confident that most, if not all, major cities in the country will be hit and even surpass this target before Christmas. Sana. Yesterday, 1.4 million Moderna doses arrived, and we are expecting more Pfizer and Moderna doses in the coming days. Bumababa yung hawaan, simplihin na lang natin. At kung nasusunod, well, magtanong kayo kung bakit. Dahil sa bakuna. Dahil sa bakuna, bumaba talaga. So, kukunting hawaan, kasi kukunti naman yung tao na hindi nabakunahan. So, yan ang magandang balita. At palagay ko, kung sumusunod lang kayo, dumadating naman yung mga bakuna natin, hirap na hirap tayo noon kasi wala na naman tayong manufacturing company ng bakuna dito sa Pilipinas at nagkakipag-agawan tayo ng bakuna sa ibang bayan.
Parts of Northern Luzon were flooded due to severe tropical storm Maring. Transport groups are asking for a fare hike as another big-time oil price increase takes effect today. Will Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte substitute for Senator Bato de la Rosa as presidential candidate? De la Rosa says that's public knowledge. The government names the 8 hospitals that are set to participate in the pilot run for pediatric vaccinations against COVID-19. And the family and friends of Jake Cuenca speak up following the shooting incident involving the actor. Turns out the police in the car chase were wearing civilian clothes. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. Starting off today's newscast with several areas in Luzon facing the wrath of severe tropical storm Maring. Residents of Bawang, La Union tried to salvage their possessions as almost waist-deep flood entered their homes. While residents of San Juan in La Union also had a rough night, with floods brought by Maring reaching almost the roofs. And because of severe flooding, the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office in La Union quickly mobilized personnel to conduct rescue and relief operations in the province. Over in Benguet, the tropical cyclone caused landslides and raging floods even before the sun set. And this made some roads in the province impassable for vehicles. Residents of Betag, La Trinidad were also greeted with heavy rainfall overnight. This caused murky floodwaters to enter homes and almost submerge even SUVs. Meanwhile, rescue operations are now in full swing in Gonzaga, Cagayan, as STS Maring ravaged the town. And authorities have also conducted forced evacuations to rescue families who were trapped in flood-prone areas. Severe tropical storm Maring slightly intensified this morning and is now over the West Philippine Sea. To tell us more about this, we now have Joey Figuracion live from the Pag-asa Weather Forecasting Center. Good morning, Joey. Could you give us the latest on severe tropical storm Maring?
Good morning, Charles. Yes, that's right. Maring is slightly intensified, but still it is in a severe tropical storm category, our third category of the tropical cyclones. And it's now over the West Philippine Sea and heading towards Hainan. It was last spotted 4 a.m. today. It's centered at 170 kilometers west of Calayan, Cagayan, with maximum sustained winds of 100 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 125 kilometers per hour. Maring is heading westward at 20 kilometers per hour speed. With its current course, Charles, it is expected to exit our area responsibly between this morning up to afternoon, Charles.
Right, Joey, I'd just like to find out, now that Maring is over the West Philippine Sea, are there still tropical cyclone wind signals raised over Luzon?
Yes, still tropical cyclone wind signals are still in effect over Batanes, Cagayan, including Babuyan Islands, northern portion of Isabela, Apayao, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Abra, and Ilocos provinces. That is for number 2. And for number 1, the rest of Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, Ifugao, Benguet, La Union, Pangasinan, Aurora, Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, Zambales, Pampanga, Bulacan, the northern portion of Bataan, and the northern portion of Quezon, including Puyo Islands. These areas may still experience stormy to gusty weather, including moderate to intense rains.
Right, Joey, how is the tropical cyclone affecting the southwest monsoon, and what will the weather be like generally over the rest of the Philippines?
Well, aside from effect of Maring, there's also enhancement of southwest monsoon due to this weather system that likely cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms will prevail over the rest of Luzon within the next 24 hours, including Visayas, Zamboanga Peninsula, and Barm. The rest of Mindanao will generally have fair weather in the next 24 hours. Charles?
Thanks for those updates. That was Pag-asa weather forecaster Joey Figuracion. Some transport groups are now calling for a fare increase after several straight weeks of oil price hikes. Dale De Vera with the report.
The series of oil price hikes has been a burden for jeepney drivers like Roger. Take-home earnings have been reduced to 300 pesos a day from 800 previously.
Napakamahal ng mabilihin. Tapos ganun-ganun na lang kita namin. Pinigiling lang namin yung sana, huwag naman itataas yung gas eh. Kasi yung gas, doon man lang nakikita namin, napupunta.
Since January, prices of gasoline, diesel, and kerosene have gone up as much as 16 pesos per liter. That's bound to go higher. Oil firms jack up prices once again at more than 1 peso per liter of gasoline, diesel, and kerosene. This marks 7 straight weeks of increases due to tightening supply. Pasang Masa is now calling for a fare hike to at least 13 pesos.
Ito po isang bagay na dapat maunawaan din nila dahil hindi na po kaya, halos hindi na kaya na mamatay na sa gutom ang pamilya ng tuber.
But consumer group Laban Consumer says this will be a burden, especially for minimum wage earners.
Mahirap yun kasi you're talking here of 3 pesos. Kumbaga, hindi bale kung point A to point B ang lakbay ng isang pasahero. Kung 2-3 beses siyang magpapalipat-lipat para makarating sa pupuntahan niya.
The group is also expecting prices of goods to increase due to the oil price hike, as delivery charges will increase. To temper the hike, the group calls on government to halt the implementation of excise tax as prices continue to rise. For News 5, Dale De Vera, We're One News.
The Commission on Elections warns that Senator Bato de la Rosa's recent statements might put him at risk of being tagged as a nuisance candidate. Mean Los Baños with the story.
Senator Bato de la Rosa's filing for the presidency on Friday was a buzzer beater. He admitted to being a last-minute choice for the Cusi faction of PDP Laban and was only notified by party president Alfonso Cusi 2 hours before the deadline for filing of candidacy.
Ang sabi sa akin ng liderato ng PDP Laban na si Secretary Cusi, wala na tayong ibang nakitang pwede magpapatuloy sa sa legacy ni President Duterte na iiwan, kundi ikaw. Sino bang hindi magulat? Presidente na yan eh. Mabuti sana kung ordinaryong posisyon lang yan.
For political science professor Dennis Coronacion, the last-minute filing was a product of the party still hoping that Mayor Sara Duterte will change her mind. He says the former top cop is just a placeholder for the presidential daughter.
In the event na that's going to fail, that plan is going to fail or will not materialize, magiging role naman niya is to be the standard bearer of PDP Laban, Kusi faction.
While refusing to tout Bato as a placeholder, PDP Laban acknowledges that changes might still happen.
Pwedeng magbago, di ba? Bakit? Because there is a process that until November 15. So I don't want to say na, hindi, wala na yan na talaga, nakataga na sa Bato yan, si Bato na.
De La Rosa said he was never informed that he is only a temporary candidate, but expressed willingness to give way to Sara.
I have said I am consistent. I filed my candidacy both as a principal or as a supernumerary. Pwede akong palitan anytime. Party decision should always prevail.
Such statements, the COMELEC warns, may serve as ground to declare Senator Bato a nuisance candidate.
Inaamin niya na okay lang sa kanyang masubstitute siya. Because if you're saying na okay ka lang napalitan, di asan dun yung bona fide intention mo to actually throw your hat in the ring?
But President Duterte himself stressed that his daughter is already out of the race. Should that be the case, Bato said he is ready to fight to be the next president. The senator says he will continue current administration's programs, including the war on drugs. Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.
For his part, Senator De La Rosa admits that the party is still offering the standard-bearer position to the Davao City mayor. But if that doesn't happen, the lawmaker said he would have to step up and actually assume the candidacy. In that case, Bato said he will fight it out and will not surrender.
Ay, public knowledge naman yan na just in case magbago yung isip ni Mayor Inday Sara, the party is offering the standard bearer position sa kanya. So kung bagong isip niya na gusto niyang tumakbo, tatanggapin niya yung offer ng partido, because alam natin ang winnability niya is masyado mataas. So sana tanggapin niya. But if not, kung hindi niya tatanggapin, then mapapasubo ko nito. Talagang I'm in for a one big fight.
Pasubo na.
I am in for a one big fight. And hindi ako atras.
But De La Rosa did not appreciate the COMELEC's warning that he might be disqualified for being a nuisance candidate. The lawmaker said the agency cannot just conclude that he is not fully decided on running, just because he still hopes Sara Duterte would run in his stead.
Anong basis nila? Is it illegal? Illegal ba yung sinabi ko na gano'n? It can be, nasa batas yan eh. Nasa election law yan na I can be substituted hanggang November 15. So what's wrong with that? Consider lang kung nuisance candidate. Nuisance candidate ba yung senador na nanalo with 19 million votes? Nuisance candidate yan? I don't think so. Very debatable na issue yan. Paano mo masabi na gano'n talaga na hindi ako desidido? Kaya nga ako nag-file ng kandidacy ko dahil gusto ko talaga tumakbo. So paano niya masabi ngayon na hindi ako desidido? It's up to the COMELEC to decide kung anong tingin nila sa akin. Basta kung sabihin ng nuisance candidate ako, as I have said, magiging nuisance ba yung nanalo ng senador ng 19 million votes?
President Rodrigo Duterte says the average weekly COVID-19 cases in the country has finally dropped. In his latest speech, Duterte credits this development to the ongoing vaccination rollout that has so far provided almost 50 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Duterte also said that 23 million Filipinos have completed their doses. However, the chief executive also admitted that the government faced vaccine procurement issues at the start of the pandemic.
Hirap na hirap tayo noon kasi wala na naman tayong manufacturing company ng bakuna dito sa Pilipinas. at nagkakipag-agawan tayo ng bakuna sa ibang bayan. Kung kasalanan man yan, walang iba dyan kung hindi ako na. Aaminin ko na yan. Ako yung nakaupo ngayon sa opisina. Baski na ginusto ko man, walang mabili. Mabutit na lang, nagkaroon tayo ng konting pera. At sabi ni Secretary Dominguez, we have the money. We have the money to pay for the vaccines.
Friends and family of actor Jake Cuenca are defending his move to speed away after supposedly hitting a police car. They insist that the cops were all wearing civilian clothes when shooting at Cuenca, which made him fear for his life. Here's the rest of the story.
In this cell phone video, a man is sitting on the sidewalk as policemen approach him. Here, a motorist is lying on the ground, about to get carried to a stretcher. Bystanders blurted out that he was hit by a stray bullet. And no, these are not scenes from Palos. Apparently, the man the cops are talking to is actor Jake Cuenca. Jake's off-road vehicle reportedly rammed into a police car during a buy-bus operation in Mandaluyong. A car chase ensued after Jake allegedly sped off. Police opened fire but hit a delivery rider instead. The rider is now in stable condition at a nearby hospital. The cops involved in the chase are under restrictive custody, while Jake was temporarily released after spending the night at the Mandaluyong police station. He would be subjected to a medical examination while his car has been impounded. Police pressed charges of reckless imprudence resulting in damage to property. Jake's father said his son sped off out of fear since the cops in question were in civilian clothes. Co-actor Paulo Avellino defended Jake, who was supposed to visit him after recovering from COVID. Paulo says he'll also run for his life if someone in civilian clothes starts to shoot at him. For him, Jake was in the wrong place at a wrong time. Nick Garcia, We Are Win News.
And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.